Do you think that this was a conservative host, even a conservative comedian host? Do you think that the left would have called for them to step down, called for them to resign?
Down from
not
what?
whether you
from
think
her
Samantha,
show
not,
on
not
TBS?
that if you, yes. Do you think that the left would have asked a conservative host to stand down or to be fired?
Well,
if a conservative
Alex
host had
Jones
said
to
this?
stand down every day.
No, do you think
Alex
that? No,
Jones
Jessica, that's not my question. Do you think that the left would have asked a conservative host to be fired if they had made these comments?
I think that I'm not really understanding it. Would the left have asked Alex Jones, when he called Michelle Obama a, quote, tranny, to stand down? Yes.
I'm asking
I think what
you.
Tommy, let me see if I can jump in. Because what Tommy's pointing out is a real clear present danger for all conservatives. There are groups that monitor, and I know who they are, in their underwear, total losers in life, that monitor 3 hours of my radio show, an hour of TV, in the hopes that I say one word, one phrase, one sentence wrong, no chance to apologize, even if it was an honest mistake, in the hopes that they can target my advertisers and silence us. Tommy, is that what you're suggesting here?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think that Samantha Bee should be fired. I think she made a mistake. I think that she apologized for it, and that's wonderful. I'm saying the hypocrisy of the left. Because if this would have been a conservative host, oh my goodness.
But
all hell would have broken loose.
So I did understand your question. I named, when I started, a bunch of conservatives who have said awful things, including the President of the United States of America, who called Alicia Machado Miss Peggy, who said, Carly Fiorina, look at that face. I mean, crooked Hillary, even. We're talking about a candidate for President of the United States of America.
But
Hillary is crooked, but go ahead.
About this.
There was outrage about it. There were as well. There are a lot of people who don't like Dan Savage's comments as well. I'm one of them. If you are someone who defends people who have been bullied, do not bully. The language is unacceptable. I'm asking.
Can I just stop with this thing? Look, we're all full of crap. Everyone that acts like they're so outraged and hurt by words. Baloney. No word ever hurt me in my life. And by the way, Jessica,
I wish
you
I
can
was
Google.
as tough as you.
You can Google. I've been called. Tommy's been called.
Me
Every
too.
name in the book. Probably
Look at my
Tommy's even had it
Twitter
worse
feed.
than me in the last year. I'm not offended by what they call me or what anybody says on a radio or TV show. Well, not this show. Turn the dial any other show.
No, I agree. Words don't hurt me either. I'm more concerned about that individual who's a private citizen who had his hair made fun of. It probably didn't make him feel too good at the end of the day. But again, I don't think this is about words and how words hurt. I think this is about throwing around the terms Nazi and fascist, because those are pretty heavy labels to throw around. And those on the left, those and even comedians on the left, like to throw those terms around a lot. Samantha Bee, Whoopi Goldberg, the list goes on. They like to call Trump supporters Nazis a lot. I don't think that's appropriate. I think it's reckless as well.
I agree with you, and I've never thrown that term around. I would say, though, that her comment came from the fact that Richard Spencer, who that's where that haircut issue comes from.
He's not a conservative. I don't even know that. I don't even know half the people you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You don't know who Alex Jones is. You don't know who Donald Trump is.
I'm not sitting there monitoring. I'm not the PC police giving a rip what anybody says. Who cares? Who cares?
I care, and millions of Americans care.
Well, you know what?
We're all snowflakes.
We're going to have to get a little tougher. Because it sounds pathetic that, except in the case of you have cancer, leave the cancer people alone, leave the kids alone.
What about the disabled
Say anything they want about you, me, Tommy, or anybody else.
Totally. I mean, we're fair game. We're up here, and we have to be willing to take it. And I absolutely will.
I can take it. I can take a punch.
Yeah, so this debate between, Tomi Lahren and Jessica Tarlov about, Samantha Bee on Full Frontal, basically mocking this guy who ended up being a cancer patient. What they're trying to say, and what this debate is all about, is the fact that the left gets away with the most crazy vitriol, okay? And, when Jessica Tarlov brought out, sort of these fringe figures that had said these things, like these are fringe figures that are only kind of known on the internet. But the left, like you have these mainstream figures that say these awful, awful things about conservatives, never have to apologize, never have to do anything. And this is the double standard where if this was a conservative that made this joke about a liberal, a conservative talk show host or whatever, these leftists would have mobilized. They would have been calling for them to be fired. They would have, mobilized against the advertisers. They would have done all of this different stuff. So there's definitely a double standard that happens here. And I know that for somebody like Tomi Lahren, who, does this stuff a lot, she's probably deeply, deeply, deeply sick of seeing it. And I have become very tired of seeing the double standards as well.